So my name's Elizabeth. This is my roommate Renee. She is a semi-practicing Wiccan. So that's what my assignment project is going to be about. So we're just gonna go right into it. What made you go from Catholicism to Wiccan?
So I chose to leave Catholicism because I just didn't want to be a part of the monotonous sit, stand, kneel, sing and then do a little bit of this, a little bit of that, sit, stand, kneel. I was just bored of that, and I decided that I wanted to be more spiritual and in tune with myself instead of set rules.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Having to follow set rules.
I completely understand. I pretty much left the Christian faith because of that too. Okay. So are there any because you left Catholicism and with Christianity and Catholicism having the one deity and Wiccan and witchcraft has multiple different deities that they worship, do you worship multiple deities as well?
No, I actually only worship the one God because of my history in Catholicism. I only have one God. I don't follow the Wiccan style of having a god and a goddess on their altar.
Okay. Okay. Do you consider yourself as a more nature based practicer, or do you focus more on the earth aspect, the ground?
Mostly nature.
Okay, so
Yeah.
Can you explain
So, Earth, from what I've been told, Earth is more like you go outside and you actually, dance around like little fairies and all that. Whereas nature, it's more like you're in tune with plants. Like you do a lot of gardening, or you're into, well, like me, stones and stuff like that. So nature is just more holistic in nature.
Yeah. So in my textbook, Lerman talks about how different witches from different methods, practicers like Celtic and Guardian and Alexandrian, practice in different witches circles. Do you or have you ever practiced in a witch circle before?
No, but I do have a friend who I practice Wiccan with. We'll do some studying, especially on the history of Wiccan and the history of witches and things like that. We'll talk about what the colors of candles mean, what the stones mean, and other small things like that.
Okay. Do you have an altar as well, or do you?
No, so my altar is movable.
So it's not a set altar in the corner of your room. It's just whenever you're about to do something, you set it up.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah. So when I'm about to do a ritual is when I'll set it up. Now, for the most part though, I do have my salt lamp, my little salt setup.
Okay.
Always on my windowsill. And when I'm cleansing my stones, I also leave them on my windowsill. So if there's anything that could be considered an altar, it would be my windowsill.
Okay. So with your salt altar, why do you keep it on the windowsill? Is that a purpose?
No, just stays out of the way of everything. But the humidity of the window does melt it a little bit, and that's supposed to cleanse the air and the spirits in your room and all that. So it's supposed to keep your room spirit free.
Yeah. And your room gets the most sun here too.
Oh yeah, my room gets a lot of sun. So it really helps to cleanse all the stones whenever they need cleansing.
So what does cleansing the stone do? Keeping it out in the sun, what does that do for the stone?
It just makes it so your energy builds up into the stones, and so the cleansing helps. Hold on. Sorry. The cleansing basically just gets rid of all the negative energies that you've built up in the stones and freshens them up.
Okay. So in my textbook, he also says that a lot of witches who don't participate in covens may not have formal training or have been initiated. Do you consider yourself a solo witch as well?
I would consider myself, yeah, a solo witch, or just a solo Wiccan, I guess, because I don't tend to practice a lot of spells. There's only one that I've really done before, and that's pretty much it.
So have you participated in any covens or been initiated?
No.
Never? Okay.
No.
So you mentioned that you do have a mini altar, at least it floats around as needed. What type of things do you have in your portable altar?
Your portable altar.
Your portable altar.
I usually have a candle, and they don't have to have scents. Typically, they don't have scents, but I just like smelly good things. So I have a candle that I'll usually light, and next to the candle, I'll usually put the salt rock. And then I'll scatter my stones around it, and then after that, I'll look at my little witch's Bible. And I don't have the Book of Shadows, though. I don't. Okay. I'm not that kind of witch.
Okay.
Or Wiccan. So no. So I usually look in here at different prayers and stuff, and then I manifest. So I write like little blurbs of what I want to cleanse my soul of, and like positive things, negative things that I want to get rid of and achieve in the future. So all my manifestations go in there.
Awesome. So I see that you have several stones that you brought out with us today. Mm-hmm. Do you mind telling me the meaning and purpose of your stones?
Sure. So, excuse me. I have two types of tiger's eye. One of them I found in an old necklace that I had, and I forgot that I had. Then I had this one, which I also forgot that I had, and I found it in a pocket. Anyway, the tiger's eye is supposed to help with like wealth. So you're actually supposed to leave it in your pocket and walk around with it, and it's supposed to give you wealth and good luck all day, basically. I have two other stones that I don't really know what they are. I've been told that this is a truth stone, and I think it's a lapis, but I'm not quite sure. This one is a purple quartz, and I have also a clear quartz. And quartz is supposed to balance your emotions, stimulate brain function, and amplify thought forms. It's supposed to dispel negative energy and all energy field and in the energy field and environment, and enhances the properties of all the other stones that I have in my little stone pile. I guess. The bloodstone is supposed to be like a stone of courage, and because I have social anxiety, this one is for that, and it's supposed to be an intense healing stone, and it's supposed to renew my mental and physical and emotional state, and provides revitalization in my love and relationships. And then this one is, oh, I forgot to show the bloodstone. This is the bloodstone. Here you go.
So this is the bloodstone. It has little red markings on it. It's very pretty, by the way. Yeah. I like it. It's giving me like outer space nebula vibes.
Right? Yeah, that's honestly one of my favorite ones. And then this one is the mahogany obsidian, or obsidian mahogany. And it's supposed to draw out memories of shame, humiliation, or abuse and release them for healing. And I got this stone at a time where my mental state was really bad. So that helped me with my mental healing. It resonates with the earth and the ground to protect me, and works with my sacral and solar plexus chakras, which I don't really do chakras though. But it does. And it's supposed to help relieve pain and improve circulation.
Okay.
So those are all my stones.
Awesome. So you did mention that your recharging process for your stones. What happens if you're buying a stone for someone or for yourself?
So when I'm buying for myself, I just have to make sure that I'm manifesting the energy that I want the stone to do for me. So if I want, the bloodstone, since it's for healing and I want it to heal me, I have to hold it and ask it to heal me. And if I'm buying the stones for someone else, though, I have to put their energy into it. So I have to think of them the entire time I'm looking at the stones or buying the stones for them. Because if I think about myself while buying the stones for them, then it mixes up the energies and it won't do anything for them.
Okay. So as you're aware, within Wiccan culture, there are different types of practicers. So you have your Gardenian from Gardner, which we discuss in the textbook, Alexandrian, which we also discuss in the textbook. With Gardner, it became more popular in the 50s, especially in England.
Yep.
And another one that I did not know about that you mentioned was Celtic. Out of those practices, is there a specific one that you lean a little bit more towards?
Definitely the Celtic one. So when I was growing up, I was really into Celtic stuff. I mean, I loved Celtic stuff. And I looked into Druidism a little bit, and that's where I started really liking the Wiccan faith. And so I created a little bookmark for myself, which has, I can't pronounce it properly, but it's got the little Trinity, the Celtic Trinity. And basically it's supposed to mean unity and love of self and family and connection. It's like a circle. Mm-hmm. And so because it's a triangle, it's also strength and all that.
And you drew that yourself?
I did, yes.
So that's one of that goes on your altar as well if you need to?
Well, this one actually stays in my book because it's a bookmark for me. And same as this one, although I will take this one out every so often. This is a charm that one of my friends made for me.
Okay. Do you know the purpose of your charm?
It's supposed to protect me and heal my mental... it's supposed to help with my mental stability as well as protect me from negative energies.
Okay. So I see here, that you brought your witch's Bible.
My version.
Your version of your witch's Bible. So because you're obviously a beginner and you're still learning, I do see here that you do have the pentagram on here, which is very common within Wiccan culture. Mm-hmm. Are there any spells that you use sometimes?
Yeah, so like I mentioned, there's only one spell that I've ever really used, and to be honest, I'm not much of a spell person anyway, but the one time I did use it, it actually did help. Okay. So, it's the spell for healing, so basically I just make a potted chicken soup.
Yummy.
This is specifically for like when you're sick. Yeah. And you're supposed to saute some garlic in a pan of olive oil and butter. Ooh. Yeah, it's really good. So you saute it, and while you're cooking it and stirring it up, you're supposed to put it in a clockwise circle as well, because that's supposed to be healing. I chant cold, flu, ills be gone, healthy body from now on. And I chant that for like 3 or 4 times in a row, maybe 5, because I like doing,
odd numbers.
Exactly. Yeah. 3, 5, 7.
Give me even numbers any day.
So, I'll repeat that, and then I'll dump the garlic into the pot, stir the pot, and say it again, and then I'll pour it into a bowl and eat it.
Okay. Yep. Awesome. Well, I really appreciate you enlightening me and giving me a little bit more on your religion, and what it is that you do and the purposes of it. You did mention, not in this video, we talked about it before, that you do like ritual baths sometimes.
Oh, yeah.
Do you want to expand on that a little bit for us?
So, because my altar moves around a lot, I tend to use my altar in my bathroom. So I'll usually put it on, as weird as this sounds, on like the closed toilet lid so I can reach it while I'm in the tub.
Okay.
Yeah. Or
I understand.
Yeah.
Our bathrooms are set up funny.
Yeah, our bathrooms are set up in such a way. But if I'm trying like to keep it out of the way of me, I'll usually put it on my counter.
Mm-hmm.
So it'll just be there, and I'll have some Celtic music on in the background.
Definitely love that.
So
awesome.
But yeah, it's usually like essential oils, Epsom salts, and I don't typically do soap though for the bath. Mostly just essential oils and bath salts.
Okay. Thank you very much. Mm-hmm. So this is my Wiccan friend Renee. She is obviously a beginner. I did try to talk a little bit about some of the points mentioned in the textbook and for her to give a little bit more detail and enlightenment on that. So I really thank you for taking the time, and I really appreciate it. Bye.